And I'm back at IMTS 2014 with Gehring LP. I have with me President of Gehring LP, Bill Smith.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
And I have CEO of Gehring Technologies, Sebastian Schöning.
Very warm welcome from our side.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. So we'd like to know, what are your expectations for IMTS?
So the IMTS show is one of our most important shows for the US-American market, because the US market is for us one of the major markets of the world, especially now at that times where the market regrows. So our expectation for the show is to have very good leads here, very good discussions with customers, and to make sure that we can really be successful for the future time in the US market.
Excellent, that's great. And Bill, what can you tell us about your expectations at IMTS for Gehring LP?
Well, we've got some new technologies being launched at the show, the two machines that we'll be talking about in more detail in a while. So our expectations are that we grow our customer base, we grow our market share in North America, and move onwards and upwards.
Great, so let's get into the booth. What are we showing at IMTS, and what are the newest products and technologies?
Okay, what we see here on the booth are two major machines that we have. On the one hand side is a new product of what we call live phone, that is mainly made for gear manufacturing, for example. And on the other hand side, we are to the left, we have what we call PT600 module, which is a modular solution for honing of cylinder blocks.
Great, and let's take a look at this panel right here. And what can you tell us about what the machine does and how it is efficient for your customer?
Okay, this is an inner column machine, and the one we're looking at now is a six position machine, but with 8 work fixtures, and we can, on this machine we can put 5 honing positions. It's part of a family that we've built up over the number of years, with the LiPhone being the brand. We also do an 8-sided machine which can take 7 honing positions, which is a perfect situation, as Sebastian mentioned, for gears, for valve bodies, for anything that is small bore application.
That's great. And can you tell us a bit about the industry served with the parts that come off of this machine?
We can serve many industries with this. We can serve it to the major OEMs, the Ford Motor Companies, Chryslers, etc. Or we can go down into the tier markets. We can add automation to this because it's been designed with the flexibility that we can take it into these marketplaces. So
Bill, can you tell us a little more about the features of the new machine?
Yeah, one of the first things that we do, we listen to our customers. We get a lot of information from our sales force around the globe about the type of product that we need for the industry. Some examples: we've got an ergonomic design, a very, very operator-friendly design. The operator control panel can go all the way around the machine, which makes it ease of operation and ease of installation. It's a relatively small footprint. It's a multiple combination machine. And we've also got a lot of ergonomic features for maintenance and reliability. One of the things that Gehring prides itself on is its high uptime of its machines. So the design part of the machine concepts is a very, very critical point.
Thanks, Bill. That's great. And earlier you mentioned that the other machine you're focusing on is the PT600. Should we take a look at that?
That'd be great. Let's take a walk over there and we'll go through the machine with you.
Excellent. I'm back with Gehring LP and Gehring Technologies, and we're at the PT600 machine with Sebastian Schöning and Bill Smith. Sebastian, can you tell me a bit more about this machine, as well as some of the new innovations and technology that Gehring is striving towards?
Yes, for sure. Thank you. The PT600 that we are seeing here is one of our newest technology and products that we introduced to the American market. It is one product that we have already established in the European market as well as the Chinese, and we bring it now as part of our One Gehring global approach to the US market. The PT600 is mainly dedicated to manufacture cylinder blocks, so engines for the car industry or for the truck industry, and it's mainly for honing the cylinder bore, which is the tightest operation at the end of the full process chain and defines the quality of the engine block. That means, for example, fuel consumption is highly dependent on the processes and the quality that we produce on such a machine. This machine is totally modular designed, so we can adapt it to every kind of requirement that the customer has. We can put it to, for example, different systems like robot load system or gantry load system or even manual load system. So it's highly flexible and it's based on German design standards. And by the way, Bill and his team here in the US produce this machine and integrate it for the local customers. We already talked about the big three, but there are also other customers coming with transplants to the US or even to the Americas region. So that is one of our newest products that we put in here. One thing I like to mention is we put out a strategy, what we call One Gehring. So it's important that we bring all our entities all over the world very close together to act and sell a common product portfolio, because our customers really require it. They want to install their bill of process, what they call it, in every plant over the world and make sure that it's always the same. And we can cover it with such a modular concept.
So what sort of technologies can we apply using this machine?
Okay, you have to look to the trends that you have in automotive and car industry at the moment. The first trend is always downsizing. Here on the market, you are used to V8 engines, for example. Yeah? If you look to other markets, they have i3, i4, so smaller engines. Now the trend comes down, bringing down the number of cylinders, and that is mainly due to the fact that the car makers want to reduce fuel consumption of the full powertrain. And what is very important is here in this case that Gehring provides the right technologies to bring fuel consumption down. So we can apply to this machine concept, which is really a platform where we can leverage new technologies on. We can apply, for example, what we call form honing, which is a very new technology applying to make perfect fitted cylinder bores if you drive the engine, fitting to if you fire the engine, for example. And we have other technologies where we, for example, structure the surface of the cylinder bore or other elements in the powertrain of an engine, of a car at the end.
That's great. And what would you say are Gehring's main selling points?
Okay, thank you. That's a very good question. Let's think about it. I just formulated the One Gehring strategy, which is the ground layer to grow into the different options that we have for differentiation. And one quite important differentiation, and that is where Gehring is known for decades, I would say, is the strong quality. Yeah? So our idea is not to sell any material that gets lost over time and where the quality goes down. We sell machines that have sustainable quality, and this directly drives the total cost of ownership and the internal rate of return of our customers. So when you get optimized over the lifetime of the equipment that you use, and you typically use it for many engine generations, this is one of the major levers where we differentiate.
Thank you. So there you have it. We're at Gehring Technologies with Gehring Technologies Global and Gehring LP for North America. Again, this is Sebastian Schöning and Bill Smith, and I'm Natalie, and we're at IMTS 2014. Thank you.
Thank you very much.